we started and we had a few gigantic kickoffs in the road, and then
Oh,
then
right.
we got back on it. So
You were saying your bass player had a mishap, and
yeah, Brian fell off a hotel in Mission Valley and became paralyzed. Brian Barabee.
Brian Barabee. How far did he fall?
Down. So, well, the third story. So I'm assuming about 50 feet, 40 feet, something like that, onto a car. And yeah, that was really kind of scary. And then he came out and really wanted to start practicing and playing and touring, and that's what we did. And that's what we do, and it's more work, but we believe in what we have, our product, and we're willing to do it. We don't tour very often because it takes a lot of work, but when we do go out, and we give it all we got when we do. So
yeah, rock and roll, huh? The show must go on.
Totally, exactly. First rule of show business, as they say.
That's right. You gotta be professional, no matter how you feel. You gotta perform.
Absolutely.
Do you have any other videos that you?
Yeah, we have one more video that we just came out with called Vast Systems that is a chase scene where we can watch that too if you want.
Where is it?
It's
Go ahead.
a whole chase scene filmed entirely at my house, and
Do you miss Scalori's? Yeah, I need to tell our readers. Ben had the Rooster House above Scalori's office, which was a venerable, well-regarded band venue and bar. I don't want to call it a dive bar. It was a neighborhood bar.
It was a dive bar. But I started booking punk rock shows there in '97.
Okay.
And I did it for about 5 years, and then it continued, with a lot of other people booking shows and working there and stuff, and it was kind of an institution in San Diego for a while, and then it just recently switched ownership, and now it's a completely different thing.
Yeah, I was under the impression that Mr. Scalari was going to be selling the liquor license, but not the building, but he said he sold the whole building, huh?
I think he sold the whole building, yeah. And do I miss it? Is that it? Well, I quit drinking about 5 years ago, so no, I don't miss it at all.
Oh, okay.
Maybe if I didn't, I would, but.
So you're a bartender who doesn't drink?
Indeed, I'm that.
Huh.
I'm that guy.
I think I met one other bartender who stopped drinking, and I was thinking he's very disciplined, or he must be somebody with a lot of will. Do you find when you're in that environment, do you ever have a hankering for it, or is it pretty easy that you just totally walk away from it?
I kind of reached a crisis point where I was like, I can either do all the things I want to do that I've had aims and goals and ambitions for, or I could keep drinking and just have what I already had done, and that would be that, So.
How do you feel when you look at your customers that are at the Casbah or just anywhere out partying, in the scene, and they're drinking, and they're like, they're gonna drive home drunk, or they're gonna like have a hangover the next morning. Do you pity them? Do you think they're chumps?
No, it's all the same. All my friends do that anyway, and I just don't worry about it. I don't judge people. However people want to live their life is what they do, and I just did what I had to do to keep myself the way I need to be. I don't preach to people. I don't care. People need to make their own decisions, and I made mine, and that's what it was. And I'm not perfect. I do my things, and whatever.
Okay. I am on I'm coming up on 6 months of not drinking, but at the end of June I'm gonna go back to drinking because I wanted to. Right around the first of the year I decided I was gonna go on the wagon for a little while just to see what it was like. It's been like so many years since I've not drank, and I just wanted to see what it was like.
Different strokes for different folks. I'm not that person who could go back into it and be mellow. I was never a glass of wine with dinner. It was like, wake up, start getting wasted, and get more wasted, and make it to work, and make it to practice, and do all your things, but be annihilated. And I just kind of woke up one day, and I can't be annihilated all the time anymore. It's just not going to work, And then a hangover starts lasting 3 days, and then if you're drinking every day, and that's exponential over time, and boy, that's a bitch of a bunch when you gotta actually sober up for a little while.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, my whole thing is last December I started drinking barley wine because we were reviewing it. And I don't know if you're familiar with barley wine. It's a really high octane beer.
I'm familiar with a whole lot of things.
Okay, yeah. You're a bartender. That's your business. Yeah. But they don't sell barley wine at the Casbah. I've asked for it, I think. But anyways, long story short, I just started getting into it because I really like that stuff. The taste is just incredible. The buzz you get.
Thick and robust.
Yeah, and really tasty. And I just decided I needed to finish. I needed to go on the wagon for a while. But then at the end of June, or the end of, what is this? This is June, yeah, the end of June. That'll be my 6 months. And I might like go down to TJ and rent a room over a bar for about a week and just get blind drunk.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
That would be a good issue. You gotta check
That'll
this.
be after this issue comes out. Yeah, let's check it
Let's
out.
do it.
Where are we going? Okay.
This is at my house right now. This is...
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Okay, so this is on my back porch right now, and I'm reading 2 books simultaneously, and then these creatures appear who need my soul. And then I run through, and then my brother's in the kitchen. He's killing some strange thing in the sink. There's some bird people behind here. They'll come in later.
This is full
This
on
is my
hardcore.
wife, Monique, and we run through the dining room. It's very kind of...
Does Monique sing the accompanying vocals in Turtle Island?
No, that's all me. Up high and lower.
There's
There's
really?
no woman. It's all me.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
That's
yeah,
quite
I
a wide range you have.
I don't rely on too many other people to do my...
Why are you wearing a raincoat here?
It's kind of just lends a scientific air. It's an extra skin, the searing heat, maybe, from the sun. Here we are, being protected. Protecting us from the... There's themes that run through the music. They say it in this song a lot. There are forces beyond our control. So they try to go into me and chop her in the neck. This is bass systems. And the themes that run through are like, just that we don't know all there is out there in the world, whether or not you think you do. There's things that you don't know. You think you have a grasp on the world, and then there are things that you see or happen to you that completely change your attitude and completely change how you feel about the world at certain times in your life, and it could happen at any time, and you never know. So that's one thing that runs through our music.
That's the vast systems.
Indeed.
Point to the song.
And it's a nod to Philip K. Dick, if anyone is familiar with that author, who a lot of movies have been made, like Blade Runner is based on Philip K. Dick's story, and many other things. There's been some other things that have been made into movies, but all of his books are, they're not all great because he had to write a lot of pulp stuff and just one-off stuff, but the ones that are good are really, really good.
And this is based on one of the stories, or based on the...
No, it's not. It's just, the title is Vast Active Living Intelligence System is VALIS is the name of one of his books.
Got it.
The second book in that series, it's a trilogy, and the second book in that series is one of the books that I'm reading at the beginning of this video. So that's kind of the homage that we give to him there.
Well, there's a video there's a song on your MySpace called "All That Shit's Real."
Yes.
Where you talk about like where you sort of I take it as sarcasm, hyperbolically talk about.
Take it out as you want. But,
okay. All right. Well, I just judging from your I know now you're a fan.
It's not like I really think Bigfoot's going to fly up in a UFO at any minute, but I don't know that he's not.
Chupacabra.
all those things.
Time machines.
And maybe you're convinced that things are real until you find out that they aren't, or vice versa, and you're convinced that things are not real until you find out that they are.
Tell us about your rap project, Ben.
I just started doing something called Grammatical B, which we're kind of finishing up, doing the vocals for, rather. I have the lyrics done. And we're going to be doing a release sometime this summer, as to be ascertained, and it's a project that I do with iRap, and Microphone Mike produces it, and it's kind of story and theme-based raps that are kind of funny, meant to be funny, not the most serious of things, but it's good, it's fun, and I've got 6 songs that we're going to put on the EP, and then we've got one more that we're going to do live for the show, and then we'll be working on releasing more of those. So yeah, it's just fun, kind of character-based, story-based, sketch comedy kind of hip-hop project.
Yeah, that's a big movement right now. It's good to get on that wave, because everybody's all rap.
Just now coming out with this thing called rap. It's amazing.
You're the last to find out about it here in San Diego.
Exactly. You heard it here first. You did.
Review Magazine.
First.